Good morning, class 10. Let us continue with our first chapter of chemistry, chemical reactions and equations. Today's topic is types of chemical reactions. The different types of chemical reactions that we are going to discuss about in class 10th are combination reaction, decomposition reaction, double displacement reaction, redox reaction, that is oxidation reaction and reduction reaction, exothermic reaction and endothermic reaction. Now let us discuss about these four kinds of reactions one by one. Combination reaction, where you can see reactant A is combining with reactant B to form the product AB. Decomposition reaction, where you can see the reactant AB is breaking into products A and B. Displacement reaction, where you can see element C is displacing element B to form the products AC and B. Double displacement reaction, where you can see B and D are exchanging their places from the reactants AB and CD to form the new products AD and CB. Now let us understand these reactions one by one in detail. What is a combination reaction? Combination reactions occur when two or more substances combine together or join together to form one single compound. These are also called synthesis or addition reactions. As you can see, reactant A is combining with reactant B to form one single product AB. That means in a combination reaction, on the reactant side, there will be two or more substances, but on the product side, there will be only one single substance formed. Let us see some examples of combination reactions. A combination reaction can be between two elements. Carbon reacts with oxygen to form carbon dioxide. Sodium reacts with chlorine to form the compound sodium chloride NaCl. Nitrogen reacts with hydrogen to form the compound ammonia NH3. A combination reaction can be between two compounds. For example, ammonia NH3 reacts with hydrochloric acid HCl to form the compound ammonium chloride NH4Cl. Calcium oxide, also known as quicklime CaO, reacts with carbon dioxide CO2 to form the compound calcium carbonate CaCO3. Ammonia NH3 reacts with H2SO4 sulfuric acid to form the compound ammonium sulfate NH4 whole twice SO4. A combination reaction can be between an element and a compound also. Carbon monoxide CO reacts with oxygen to form carbon dioxide. Sulfur dioxide SO2 reacts with oxygen to form sulfur trioxide SO3. Nitric oxide NO reacts with oxygen to form nitrogen dioxide NO2. Let us understand our practicals of class 10 related to combination reaction. In activity 1.4, as given in NCERT textbook, take small amount of calcium oxide or quicklime in a beaker. Slowly add water to this. Touch the beaker as shown in figure 1.3. Do you feel any change in the temperature? You will see calcium oxide reacts vigorously or strongly with water to produce quicklime, that is calcium hydroxide, releasing a large amount of heat. In this reaction, calcium oxide and water combine to form a single product, calcium hydroxide. Such a reaction in which a single product is formed from two or more reactants is known as combination reaction. When we will perform this experiment practically in the lab, you will witness the following observations. Bubbles are formed in the reaction mixture. The reaction mixture in the beaker starts boiling on its own. The beaker becomes hot. This shows that a lot of heat is produced, that is, it is an exothermic reaction. A red litmus paper, when dipped in the reaction mixture, will turn blue, indicating that the nature of the product formed CaOH whole twice is basic. The solution of CaOH whole twice formed turns milky when carbon dioxide gases pass through it. This is the test used to test carbon dioxide gas. Children, please observe calcium oxide is the chemical name of CaO and quicklime is its common name. Similarly, calcium hydroxide is the chemical name of CaOH whole twice, and slaked lime or lime water are the common names for CaOH whole twice. What is a decomposition reaction? In a decomposition reaction, a single compound AB decomposes or breaks into two or more elements or compounds A and B. That means in a decomposition reaction, on the reactant side, there will always be one single substance AB, whereas on the product side, there will be two or more substances formed A and B. A decomposition reaction is just the opposite of a combination reaction. To decompose or break a substance, we need energy. So depending upon the type of energy required to break a substance, we have various types of decomposition reactions. Thermal decomposition reaction, also known as thermolysis. It is a decomposition reaction caused by heating the substance. Electrolytic decomposition reaction, also known as electrolysis. It is a decomposition reaction caused by passing electricity through the substance. Photodecomposition reaction, also known as photochemical decomposition reaction or photolysis. It is a decomposition reaction caused by keeping the substance exposed to light. Now, how do we remember these terms? We all know in winters we wear thermals to give warmth or trap heat. So the word heat will remind you of the term thermal decomposition. Similarly, the word electricity will remind you of the term electrolytic decomposition. How do you click your photos? We all click our photos in the presence of light. So the word light will remind you of the term photochemical decomposition reaction. Let us look at some examples of decomposition reaction. Decomposition reaction where heat is applied for energy. Lead nitrate PbNO3 whole twice when heated decomposes to yellow lead monoxide PbO, brown fumes of nitrogen dioxide gas NO2 and oxygen gas. Decomposition reaction where light is supplied for energy. White silver chloride AgCl when kept exposed to sunlight decomposes into grayish white silver Ag and yellowish green gas chlorine Cl2. Decomposition reaction where electricity is supplied for energy. When electricity is passed through water, it decomposes into hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. Let us understand a practical of class 10 related to decomposition reaction. In activity 1.5, as given in NCERT textbook, take about 2 grams of ferrous sulfate crystals in a dry boiling tube or a test tube. Note the color of ferrous sulfate crystals. Heat the boiling tube over the flame of a burner or spirit lamp as shown in the figure 1.4. Observe the color of crystals after heating. You will observe that the green color of ferrous sulfate crystals has changed. You will also smell the characteristic odor of burning sulfur. When we will perform this experiment practically in the lab, we will witness the following observations. We will see tiny droplets of water are formed on the inner walls of the test tube because of the evaporation of water of crystallization. As you can see in the equation written above, FeSO4.7H2O forms brown FeSO4 and 7 molecules of water of crystallization evaporate. The color of green crystals FeSO4.7H2O first change to brown FeSO4 and then further on heating it changes to white powdered ferric oxide Fe2O3 as shown in the equation in the book. A moist blue litmus paper, when brought near the mouth of the test tube, turns red, showing that the gases SO2 and SO3 evolved are acidic in nature. That's all for today's class. I hope you all have understood these two types of chemical reaction, that is combination reaction and decomposition reaction. Thank you.